internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Sit back, relax, because today's video is indisputable. The facts are indisputable. JP Morgan utilizing XRPL and XRP as a bridge. Indisputable. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is going to play out. It's just a matter of time. And in today's video, they are telling you this. Huge shout out to Cypress X for this video that came up. Only has 960 views. And shout out to Multi-Chain Nation episode 8. I'll leave the link in the description down below, but this is monumental. You have to listen to what James from XLR and Jazzy Cooper from Ripple have to say here, and it adds up perfectly. And when the value of XRP starts moonshotting, okay, double digits, triple digits, wow, that's all I got to say. Before we get into the good stuff, I got to bring this to your attention because some of you guys asked for it, and we found a batch. There is 9 large brown merch. There is 2 only black large left, okay? Just 2. And then we have 5 extra large brown, and then we have 2 small brown. No mediums, just the large and the extra large. So in total, we have less than 18 pieces left. 2 in black, which is large, and the rest are brown, large, extra large, and small. Link is in the description down below. Let's continue on to what was said in this Multi-Chain Nation podcast. Take a listen to what Mr. James Frail says here. This is crazy.
Very much interested to see where the larger financial institutional space moves, how quickly they're able to find comfort to really tokenize, certain portfolios of assets. But publicly, you can take a look, look at what JP Morgan did with Project Guardian and take a look at what Deutsche Bank is doing now with Project Guardian. And the work that they're doing with Axelar will be presented in November. So kind of wait for them to share a little bit more about what they're testing in this proof of concept. But this stuff is, we're on the precipice. Like, we are finally getting the pieces of infrastructure in that we're really moving forward. And so I think that we're very excited about it. And we think that Ripple can absolutely end up being one of the major hubs that kind of creates that first step that brings on those larger financial institutions to start tokenizing new types of assets.
For him to sit there and vocally mention that Ripple is going to have like a major role in being that hub, and all the information that we have been talking about on this channel and the puzzle pieces that we connected when they even talked about Axelar at JP Morgan. Remember Project Onyx? Remember this little diagram that I put together? Wow.
Apollo, JP Morgan, and Wisdom Tree provided traditional and alternative assets to be tokenized. And in order to set up this fragmented environment, we had Onyx and Oasis Pro tokenize these assets on 3 different permissioned blockchain environments. We had a permissioned zone of the Provenance blockchain, the Onyx Digital Assets platform, and a permissioned Avalanche subnet. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just 1, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just 1, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0.
And years from now, people are going to be watching these videos and they're going to say, how do we miss this? It was right in front of our eyes, but their attention span, and they were too busy doing other stuff and not taking opportunity of this once in a lifetime chance of creating massive wealth in a brand new industry.
That everything of value will be a token on a blockchain. That will all move to digital. And when it does, it will create massive wealth, the greatest wealth creation opportunity I'm going to see in my lifetime.
And you see how they talk about Project Guardian.
Look at what JP Morgan did with Project Guardian.
I'm going to get into that, which we previously covered, but also listen to what Jazzy says here about how we're only at the beginning.
And yeah, in discussions with a number of others, this is only the beginning, but like James said, we're on the edge and excited to see what's next.
And when we unlock this value, it's going to be crazy. Project Guardian, they're talking about it. Let's quickly do a recap. Project Guardian is a collaborative initiative between policymakers and the financial industry to enhance liquidity and efficiency of financial markets through asset tokenization. And as you guys could see, BNY Mellon, Citibank, DBS, Deutsche Bank, Standard Chartered, pretty much 80% of all the entities named here are working directly with Ripple or indirectly with Ripple, and that is a fact, okay? And they even go on to mention in that PDF, the provision of services may be a third-party service provider with a trust relationship to the trust anchor. Once a trust relationship is established, it removes the need for service providers to onboard participants and individually, as they could delegate the responsibility to a trust anchor. And remember, going back to the entities that are listed here, Deutsche Bank. Remember what the Deutsche Bank executive said a couple weeks ago. This goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about the closed door meetings that they're talking about. There's so much going behind the scenes. Everyone is going to be in shock.
But also from the perspective of the end user, right? What can this technology offer that was not possible until today?
I'll go, with the term that people have coined, right? The Internet of Value.
And again, touching on the Ripple ecosystem, our whole vision is very Internet-centric. So the network we're creating for moving value between banks and between payment companies, if you look at it, it looks like the Internet. So we call it an Internet of Value.
The term that people have coined, right? The Internet of Value.
So we call it an Internet of Value.
The Internet of Value. I wonder where he got that from. And the only reason why I'm so bullish and I'm over here telling you guys it's going to be crazy and how they're not telling you anything about it. They're, keeping it shush. And there's a lot of closed door events that are taking place because I've worked at a regulated industry my whole life in the banking sector for 10 years. I know exactly how these individuals maneuver. And on top of that, given how early we are into this ecosystem, it's going to be 10 times more longer and 10 times more secretive of what they're doing. And let's get into a video by Daniel Eden. Listen very carefully here. He's working at the BIS, talking about how having more value connect to the network is crucial. Now,
the kind of defining factor of networks is that the more things are connected, the more value there is to the network. So when we think about kind of transitioning one network to another network, there's going to be some type of critical mass and some kind of tipping point and threshold at which there is more value in the new network over the old network. And I think that that's kind of what we're all kind of circling around, is in different business.
Like, are you serious? Did you hear that? There's going to be some sort of critical mass, some sort of tipping point where you're going to have more value in the new network, right? It's going to flow from the old network to the new network. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a collaborative effort throughout the entire planet. Introducing a brand new financial system doesn't happen overnight. We're going to wrap up today's episode. But also keep in mind, I've said this for a very long time, the fact that the value of XRP has remained where it's at since inception should be one of the most bullish signs ever in any kind of investment or investing. And Ripple having bank IDs, on their document page, it's a joke. It's just a scam. This is all a scam. Bank of Beijing, Bank of Changsha. I don't even know some of these banks, to be honest with you. We got Bank of Shanghai. We got JP Morgan. We got all these bank IDs, right? We're creating a level playing field. I want you guys to go in, leave the link in the description down below for this, for Hedera, Algorand, Tether, XLM. I'm going to keep, Ripple cannot be comparable to any other crypto startup whatsoever. And even going on to the Ripple open source website, talking about the bridge tokens between Ethereum and XRPL, You got to understand XRP, from XRPL to Ethereum, XRP is going to be utilized. 1 XRP, the amount of XRP you want to bridge. And now imagine this scaling into trillions of dollars. And it was made very clear by Citibank that we are going to see trillions in daily volume. Okay. Do you understand how important that is? Trillions in daily volume. Let me just kind of go ahead and bring up CoinMarketCap here for you guys to see. The daily volume right now is $62 billion. And they're anticipating trillions in daily volume through blockchain technology.
You know, for me, I'm really excited to see how this tech is going to really massively scale over the next few years into many trillions of volume and scale on a daily basis.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It is a blessing to be a part of this journey with all of you guys. It is such a small community. It is such a well-headed, we are a completely different breed. That is a fact. That is indeed a fact. And when this tipping point, when this monumental shift occurs, things are going to be absolutely insane. You guys are not going to know what to do. Just sit back and relax and just keep your assets safe. Stay healthy. Health is wealth. That's all I got to preach. And link in the description down below for the couple merges that are left. I'll repeat that again. We have 2 large black, 9 large brown, 5 extra large brown, and 2 small brown. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. We'll be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.